good evening and welcome. If you are someone who finds yourself staring at the ceiling night after night, watching the clock tick away while sleep feels like a distant memory, this video is for you. For many seniors, the struggle to get a good night's rest is a very real and frustrating part of life. We try warm milk, we count sheep, and sometimes we even turn to medication. But what if the solution was something much simpler, something surprisingly ordinary? What if a common, crunchy vegetable sitting in your refrigerator could be the gentle key to unlocking more restful sleep? Today, we are going to explore a natural, gentle, and often overlooked helper for improving sleep quality, the humble lettuce. This is not a magical cure or a complicated medical prescription. It is an exploration of how nature provides subtle aids for our well-being and how we can wisely use them to support our health as we age. The goal here is to empower you with knowledge about a safe, accessible option that you can easily incorporate into your evening routine. We will talk about the why and the how, breaking down the science into simple, understandable concepts. So, whether you have been dealing with sleep issues for years or have just recently noticed a change in your sleep patterns, we invite you to keep an open mind. Imagine being able to drift off to sleep more peacefully, feeling more refreshed in the morning, all with the help of a simple dietary addition. In the following sections, we will uncover the secret component inside lettuce that promotes relaxation, identify which types of lettuce are most effective, and provide you with practical, easy-to-follow methods to try for yourself. Let us begin this journey towards better rest, one leaf at a time. It is no secret that sleep patterns change as we get older. This is a very common experience, and if you are going through it, you are certainly not alone. It is not just about feeling a little tired. It is about a fundamental shift in how our bodies manage sleep. You might find that falling asleep takes longer than it used to. Or perhaps you fall asleep without much trouble, only to wake up in the middle of the night and find it incredibly difficult to get back to sleep. For many seniors, sleep becomes lighter and more easily disturbed by small noises or discomforts. You may also find that you wake up much earlier in the morning than you would prefer, unable to enjoy those last few hours of rest. This is not just an inconvenience. Consistently poor sleep can have a real impact on your daytime life. It can lead to feeling fatigued, irritable, or having difficulty concentrating and remembering things. It can even affect your physical coordination, making you more prone to trips and falls. The reason for these changes is often a combination of factors. Natural shifts in our internal body clock, certain medications we might be taking for other health conditions, and even less daytime physical activity can all contribute. It is a complex issue, but the important thing to understand is that it is a normal part of aging for many people. However, normal does not mean you have to simply accept it and suffer through it. There are gentle, natural ways to support your body's ability to rest, and that is precisely what we are focusing on today. Understanding the why behind the struggle is the first step toward finding a solution that works for you. So, what is the special ingredient in lettuce that can help with sleep? The answer lies in a natural substance called lactucarium. Now, that might sound like a complicated scientific name, but think of it simply as the plant's own special milk or sap. If you have ever broken the stem of a lettuce plant, particularly a mature one, you might have noticed a tiny amount of a white, milky liquid seeping out. That is lactucarium. This substance has been known for centuries, long before modern sleep aids were invented. In fact, ancient civilizations like the Egyptians and Romans used lettuce for its calming and sleep-promoting properties. They were onto something. Lactucarium is often referred to as lettuce opium, but that name is very misleading and can sound frightening. It is crucial to understand that lactucarium does not contain any of the dangerous, addictive compounds found in actual opium. The comparison comes only from the milky appearance and its mild sedative effect. Think of lactucarium as a very gentle, non-addictive relaxant. It works by subtly calming the central nervous system. It is not powerful enough to knock you out, but it can help ease restlessness and create a sense of tranquility that is ideal for preparing your body and mind for sleep. It is nature's way of providing a soft, soothing nudge towards rest. This makes it a particularly appealing option for seniors who want to avoid the strong effects and potential side effects of prescription sleep medications. Let us break down how this actually works in your body without using complex scientific jargon. Imagine your brain is like a busy control center, sending and receiving signals all day long. When it is time for sleep, this control center needs to slow down, switching from active alert mode to rest and repair mode. Sometimes, especially with the stresses and changes that come with aging, this switch does not flip as easily as it should. Your brain might keep sending stay awake signals, making you feel restless and alert when you should be feeling drowsy. This is where the lactucarium from lettuce comes into play. When you consume it, the compounds in lactucarium interact with your nervous system in a very mild way. One of the key ways it works is by influencing a neurotransmitter in your brain called gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA for short. You do not need to remember the name. Just think of GABA as your brain's natural brake pedal. When GABA is active, it slows down nerve signals, which leads to feelings of calmness and relaxation. It is the same system that many anti-anxiety and sleep medications target, but lactucarium does it in a much gentler, more natural manner. It is like giving your brain's brake pedal a little helpful push. It encourages the nervous system to quiet down, reduces feelings of anxiety and restlessness, and can even mildly influence the perception of discomfort, which is helpful if minor aches and pains keep you awake. The overall effect is not a sudden loss of consciousness, but a gradual, peaceful transition into sleep. It helps to create the ideal internal conditions for your body to do what it naturally wants to do: rest, recharge, and heal. Now that we know about the sleep-promoting substance, lactucarium, it is important to understand that its amount varies greatly across different types of lettuce. Think of it like different types of tea. A strong black tea has more caffeine than a mild green tea. In the same way, some lettuces are naturally stronger when it comes to supporting sleep. The key factor is the color and the structure of the lettuce. Generally, the darker and leafier the lettuce, and the more prominent its white central rib, the more lactucarium it tends to contain. Let us look at the most common types. Romaine lettuce is often considered the best choice for sleep. It has dark green leaves and a very thick, crunchy, white center rib. This rib is where a good amount of the milky lactucarium is stored, making romaine a very effective and widely available option. Another powerful type is wild lettuce, sometimes called opium lettuce. However, this is not the lettuce you typically find in a supermarket. It is a specific plant often grown for herbal remedies. On the other end of the spectrum, iceberg lettuce, while very crisp and refreshing, has much less lactucarium. It is pale green, has a high water content, and its leaves are less bitter, which are all signs of a lower concentration of the calming compounds. Butterhead lettuces, like Bibb or Boston lettuce, are tender and sweet, but they also fall somewhere in the middle in terms of their sleep-promoting potential. So, for your bedtime routine, making a conscious choice to use romaine lettuce can make a significant difference. It is not that other lettuces are bad, they just are not as potent for this specific purpose. By selecting the right type, you are ensuring you get the most benefit from your natural sleep aid. Remember, you can often identify a good candidate by looking for a sturdy head of lettuce with a solid, white core. That is where the goodness for sleep is concentrated. The most straightforward way to incorporate lettuce into your sleep routine is by enjoying a small, light salad about an hour before you go to bed. This method is simple because it requires no special preparation. It is just about turning lettuce into a gentle evening snack. However, there are a few key tips to make this work effectively for sleep. First, the portion size is very important. This should not be a large, dinner-sized salad. The goal is a small snack, perhaps just a handful or two of torn romaine leaves. Eating a large, heavy meal right before bed can actually disrupt your sleep because your body is busy digesting food instead of winding down. Second, what you put on the salad is crucial. You want to keep it very simple and light. A drizzle of a mild, non-irritating dressing is best. Consider a little extra virgin olive oil with a small squeeze of lemon juice or a tiny bit of apple cider vinegar. Avoid strong, creamy dressings, spicy ingredients, or a lot of salt, as these can cause discomfort or indigestion that might keep you awake. Also, it is best to avoid adding proteins like chicken or cheese and heavy carbohydrates like croutons at this time of night. You could add 1 or 2 other sleep-friendly foods to complement the lettuce, such as a few slices of cucumber or a couple of cherry tomatoes for their hydration and vitamins. The act of preparing this small salad can also become a calming part of your bedtime ritual. The quiet, focused action of washing and tearing the leaves signals to your brain that the day is ending. Then, by eating this light, purposeful snack, you are providing your body with the lactucarium it needs to begin the process of relaxation without overburdening your digestive system. If you prefer not to eat solid food before bed, or if you find a salad too cooling for the evening, making a warm cup of lettuce tea is an excellent and very effective alternative. This method has been used for a long time in traditional home remedies, as the warm water helps to draw the calming compounds out of the lettuce, creating a soothing, hydrating beverage. Here is how you can easily make it at home. Start by taking 3 to 4 large, dark green leaves of romaine lettuce. Make sure to wash them thoroughly under cool running water to remove any dirt. Then, you can roughly chop the leaves, and importantly, do not discard the thick, white rib. Chop that up too, as it contains a good amount of lactucarium. Next, bring a cup of water to a rolling boil. Place the chopped lettuce into a mug or a small heat-proof bowl. Pour the boiling water directly over the lettuce, ensuring all the pieces are submerged. Now, cover the mug with a small plate or a lid and let it steep for about 10 to 15 minutes. Covering it is important because it traps the beneficial compounds and aroma inside. After it has steeped, strain the tea into your favorite mug, pressing gently on the lettuce pieces with a spoon to extract all the liquid. You can then discard the used lettuce. At this point, you can enjoy the tea as it is, but if you prefer a little sweetness, you can add half a teaspoon of raw honey or a little maple syrup. Avoid using sugar, as it can be stimulating. Sip this warm, mild-tasting tea slowly about 30 minutes before you plan to sleep. The combination of the warm liquid and the gentle sedative properties of the lettuce can be incredibly relaxing. It is a comforting ritual that can warm you from the inside, calm your mind, and prepare your entire body for a night of deep and restorative rest. For those who want the benefits of lettuce in a very quick and concentrated form, and do not mind the taste of plain vegetables, making a simple lettuce juice or smoothie is a perfect solution. This method allows your body to absorb the lactucarium and other nutrients very quickly, without having to digest any fiber. It is a fast-acting option for those nights when you feel particularly restless and need a little extra help to unwind. You do not need a fancy, expensive juicer for this. A standard blender that you might use for making smoothies will work perfectly well. Here is a simple recipe. Take a good-sized handful of fresh romaine lettuce leaves, again, including the nutrient-rich white core. Wash them well. Place the lettuce into your blender. Add about 1 cup of fresh, cold water. You can also use a different liquid if you prefer, such as unsweetened almond milk, which can make the taste a bit creamier and more pleasant. Then, Simply blend everything on high speed for about 30 to 60 seconds until the mixture is completely smooth and liquid with no visible chunks of lettuce remaining. The next step is to strain this mixture. Place a fine mesh strainer or a piece of cheesecloth over a glass and pour the blended lettuce liquid through it. Use a spoon to press down on the pulp to get all the valuable liquid out. This will give you a smooth, green juice. You can drink this straight, or if the taste is too plain for you, you can add a very small piece of peeled cucumber or a slice of green apple to the blender for a hint of flavor, but be cautious not to add too much sugar. Drink this lettuce juice about 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime. It is a light, hydrating, and potent way to deliver a concentrated dose of nature's calming agents directly to your system, helping to quiet your mind and body efficiently as you get ready for sleep. When we talk about natural remedies like lettuce for sleep, it is very easy to think that they are completely safe for everyone, all the time, with no need for caution. However, this is not always the case. Your safety and health are the most important things, so it is crucial to approach any new health practice, even a simple one, with wisdom and care. The most important step you can take is to have a conversation with your doctor or healthcare provider before you begin using lettuce as a sleep aid. This is especially critical if you are taking any prescription medications. For example, because lettuce has mild sedative properties, it could potentially enhance the effect of other medications that also cause drowsiness, such as certain pain relievers, anxiety medications, or prescription sleep aids. This could lead to excessive drowsiness. Furthermore, lettuce, especially dark green varieties like romaine, is high in vitamin K, which plays a key role in blood clotting. If you are taking blood-thinning medications, such as warfarin, a sudden and significant increase in your vitamin K intake can interfere with how your medication works. This does not mean you cannot eat lettuce. It means your doctor needs to be aware so they can ensure your medication dosage is correct for your consistent diet. Also, if you have any known allergies to plants in the lettuce family, which includes ragweed and daisies, you should be cautious. While a serious allergy to lettuce is rare, it is possible. Your doctor knows your personal health history, your medications, and your unique needs. They are your best partner in determining if this natural approach is a safe and suitable complement to your overall health plan. Think of this not as a barrier, but as a responsible and empowering step to ensure you are helping your body in the best way possible. Using lettuce for sleep is most effective when it is not used in isolation, but rather as a key part of a relaxing wind-down routine. Think of your body and mind as needing a series of gentle, consistent signals to transition from the busyness of the day to the peacefulness of night. A routine provides these signals. Your bedtime ritual can start about an hour before you actually want to be asleep. First, try to dim the lights in your home, especially the bright overhead lights. This helps your body start producing melatonin, the natural hormone that regulates sleep. Next, it is very helpful to power down your electronic devices, such as your television, computer, tablet, and smartphone. The blue light emitted from these screens can trick your brain into thinking it is still daytime, suppressing melatonin production and making it harder to fall asleep. This is the perfect time to prepare and enjoy your lettuce tea or small salad. The act of making it is a calming ritual in itself. After that, you might engage in another quiet, relaxing activity for the remaining 20 to 30 minutes. This could be reading a physical book under soft light, listening to calm and gentle music, doing some very light stretching, or practicing deep breathing exercises. The goal is to fill this pre-sleep time with activities that calm your nervous system, not stimulate it. By consistently following this pattern each night, you are training your brain to recognize these activities as a prelude to sleep. The lettuce then works within this calm environment, enhancing the relaxation you have already created, making it easier for you to drift into a deep and restorative slumber. While lettuce is a wonderful and specific aid, it is not the only food that can support better sleep. Nature provides a variety of options, and sometimes combining them can be even more beneficial. Understanding these can help you create a more varied and enjoyable evening diet. One excellent food is the kiwi fruit. Studies have suggested that eating 1 or 2 kiwis before bed can help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. This is likely due to their high levels of antioxidants and serotonin, a brain chemical that helps regulate your sleep cycle. Another great option is a small handful of almonds. Almonds contain melatonin, the sleep hormone, as well as magnesium, a mineral that is known to reduce inflammation, and the stress hormone cortisol, both of which can interfere with sleep. You might also remember the classic remedy of warm milk. This tradition has scientific merit. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that is used to produce serotonin and melatonin. The warmth of the drink is also inherently soothing. Bananas are another powerful sleep food. They are rich in both magnesium and potassium, which are natural muscle relaxants, and they also contain tryptophan. You could even combine these foods. For example, you could blend a small piece of banana into your lettuce smoothie or have a few almonds after your lettuce tea. Herbal teas like chamomile or passion flower are also famous for their calming properties and can be a wonderful caffeine-free beverage to sip as part of your routine. The key with all these foods, including lettuce, is to consume them as a light snack, not a heavy meal, about an hour before bed. Just as it is important to know what to include in your evening routine, it is equally vital to know what to avoid in the 2 to 3 hours leading up to bedtime. Certain foods and drinks can act as powerful triggers for wakefulness, directly working against your efforts to relax. The most well-known culprit is caffeine. This stimulant is found not only in coffee but also in tea, unless it is herbal, many sodas, chocolate, and even some pain relievers. Having caffeine even 6 hours before bed can significantly disrupt your sleep, so it is best to avoid it entirely in the late afternoon and evening. Another common disruptor is alcohol. While a glass of wine might make you feel sleepy initially, as your body metabolizes the alcohol, it leads to a more fragmented, lighter sleep and often causes you to wake up in the middle of the night. It prevents you from getting the deep, restorative sleep your body needs. You should also avoid large, heavy, or spicy meals late at night. Your body has to work hard to digest a big meal, which can lead to discomfort, indigestion, or acid reflux when you lie down, making it difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. Finally, try to avoid sugary snacks and refined carbohydrates like cookies, candy, or white bread. These cause a rapid spike and then a sharp drop in your blood sugar, which can disrupt your sleep cycle and even wake you up. By being mindful of these common sleep disruptors, you clear the path for the lettuce and your relaxing routine to work their magic effectively. When starting any new natural remedy, it is very important to have realistic expectations. Using lettuce for sleep is not like taking a powerful sleeping pill. You will not drink a cup of lettuce tea and immediately fall into a deep, unconscious sleep 5 minutes later. It is essential to understand that this is a gentle, supportive approach, not an instant or forceful solution. Natural remedies work with your body's own rhythms, and they often need a little time to show their full effect. You may try the lettuce tea or salad for 1 or 2 nights and notice only a very slight feeling of calm. For some people, it might take several nights or even a week or 2 of consistent use before they notice a significant improvement in how quickly they fall asleep or how soundly they sleep through the night. Your body needs time to respond to the gentle nudging of the natural compounds in the lettuce. Think of it as helping your body remember how to sleep well on its own, which is a process that cannot be rushed. If you do not see dramatic results on the first night, do not be discouraged and give up. The key is consistency. Make it a part of your nightly wind-down routine. Pay attention to subtle changes. Perhaps you feel a little more relaxed while reading your book, or you wake up one less time during the night. These small victories are signs that it is working. Patience is your greatest ally here. By committing to this gentle practice over time, you are building a sustainable and healthy relationship with sleep without relying on harsh interventions that can have unwanted side effects. Let us take a moment to review the most important points we have covered in this video. This summary will help you remember the key actions you can take to use lettuce for better sleep. First, we learned that the secret behind lettuce's sleep-promoting power is a natural, milky substance called lactucarium, which acts as a mild sedative to calm your nervous system. Second, we discovered that not all lettuce is the same for this purpose. The best type to use is romaine lettuce because of its dark green leaves and thick, white center rib, which contains a higher concentration of lactucarium. Third, we explored 3 simple methods you can use. You can eat a small, light salad about an hour before bed. You can brew a soothing cup of lettuce tea by steeping romaine leaves in hot water, or you can make a quick lettuce juice in a blender for a more concentrated option. Fourth, and this is a critical point, we emphasize the importance of safety. Always talk to your doctor before trying this, especially if you are on any medications like blood thinners, to ensure it is safe for your personal health situation. Finally, we discussed that lettuce works best when it is part of a larger, calming bedtime routine that avoids screens, bright lights, and stimulating foods. Remember these 5 key points, and you will be well equipped to start this natural journey towards improved rest. As we bring our exploration to a close, I would love to hear from you. Learning is a two-way street, and your experiences are incredibly valuable. Have you ever tried using lettuce to help you sleep before? If you give these methods a try after watching this video, please come back and share your story in the comments section below. Did the tea work for you? Did you prefer the salad? Your insights could be the very thing that helps and encourages another person in our community who is also seeking a better night's rest. If you found this information helpful and would like to learn more about simple, natural ways to support your health and well-being as a senior, please consider showing your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you will not miss our future videos, where we will continue to explore easy-to-understand, practical health tips. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with me today. I truly hope that this knowledge empowers you and brings you many peaceful, restful nights. From all of us here, we wish you the very best on your journey to better health and sweeter dreams. Good night and take care.